Shaka Zulu, African soldier. Listen, let's say African soldier. Zambia City, African soldier. Buma, African soldier. Jomo Kenyatta, African soldier. Patrice Lumumba, African soldier. Marcus Garvey, African soldier. African soldier, show your power. Show your power, free your people now. Save your people. Save them now. From economic hazard, save your people. From political nonsense, save your people. From economic rubbish, oh, save your people. From political yabbies, save Africa. From economic jargon, protection African soldiers. We are still calling African soldiers. African soldiers to fight for freedom. About my calling African soldiers. About to build African soldiers. About African soldiers. Dr. Steve Biko, African soldiers. Yes, Augustino Later, African soldiers. Second to rare African soldiers. Triggers here, African soldiers. Upper Castle, African soldiers.
Thomas Jefferson once said, I know of no safe depository but the people themselves. If we are the people, we are the safe depository. So we need to do all we can to uphold and defend the integrity and the sovereignty of our motherland. What a great way to welcome you this morning to the Positive Show, a show that sets your day's agenda. We inform you on happenings in the country, those things that you do not know, those things that you do know, but in-depth analysis is provided, a level playing field is also given. We do not hold allegiance to any political party. We give equal opportunity to everyone to discuss the issue that matters to the growth and development of our beloved country, Mama Liberia. Starting up your day this morning, my name is Rufus Divine Cannon. Subsequently, Martina and Tuba will join me, and together, John Lee will serve you breakfast on your reliable platform, Love FM 105.1. We are carried live on Love TV, on Facebook. You can also follow us on our online radio, loveradioonline.com. So the shape of our activities today, when we come back, we wrote our first round of commercials. We'll play you voices relative to our talking points. We gave you the traffic updates. We provide you the flash schedules at the Rabas International Airport. That take us into our first course of discussion. 9 o'clock we take commercials. When we return, we get to our final talking point. And at 10 o'clock, we wind down the cuttings on the program, The Positive Show. Today is Friday. It's going to be more like a mixture here: politics, entertainment, and social activities. So be there. We are here. Together we say a teamwork supportive. Rufus Divine Kana is the name.
from economic struggle. Attention, African soldiers. Lila, sika, lila. Oh, lila, sika, lila, yo. We are still calling African soldiers. African soldiers who fought for freedom. Nelson Mandela, African soldier. I say Nelson Mandela, you the African soldier. This mountain, you African soldier. Mr. Como, African soldier. Islamiyama, African soldier. Murtala Mohammed, African soldier. Muhammad Ali, African soldier. Mancatoni, African soldier.
Ladies and gentlemen, your famous Yuka rental services have bounced back with renewed vigor. Yuka Rental Services offers round-town services as well as out-of-town services with our fully air-conditioned vehicles. Yuka Rental Services have the best drivers in town that can take you anywhere you desire in a relaxed manner. We also have in our fleets several limousines under the Shatta Limousine Services. Our services are good and our prices are affordable. We are located on 10th Street in Sincor in the Technology Building on the land side. For reservation, call us on these numbers 0770-560560 or 0880-692184. When it is Yuka Rental Services, it got to be good, reliable, and relaxing.
What is better than free? Ha 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 ha! Nothing. Free is better than 1%. Doing any transaction with MTN mobile money is free. We pay your fees for you. No more adding extra money when you are sending money to friends and family at any agent point. So, join over 1.2 million Liberians doing that transaction on the most trusted, reliable, and #1 mobile money service provider in Liberia, MTN Mobile Money. Dial *156# and start transacting today with MTN Mobile Money. Mobile Money, da baby, eh?
MTN.
Get ready, sports fans. Sunday, July 21 is the grand finale of the Mama Community League. Yes, it's the Mama Community League final. An epic showdown between Bonnersville and Kingree at the Bonnersville SC Sports Page. Watch Pure Magic as Bonnersville battles Kingree in the game of the tournament. Who will take hold the trophy and bragging rights? Be there to witness the drama, the skill, and the hot pound action. Game time is 3:30 p.m. And for the third place, St. Paul Bridge going up against Logan Town at 1 p.m. And that's not all. We are turning up the heat with electrifying performances by Nucci Meek and Mr. Church. Get ready to groove to the head tracks live on stage. The Mama Community League is brought to you by Lone Star Cell MTN in collaboration with the Liberian Football Association, where legends are made. Be there.
MTN Momo Fini launching a big promotion for MTN agents. Letting for more talking. Deposit 1,000 to 5,000 LD and get an extra 20 LD cashback plus your regular commission. They say like jet is starting part. Also get extra 30 LD in addition to your regular commission when you make deposits of 5,000 LD and above. Now it's a time to cash in and bump it. MTN Mobile Money, y'all thank you plenty, yeah. Let me start bumping it now.
Are you looking for that perfect live band to make your event unforgettable? Look no further than Shatta Live Band Service. With our exceptional music talent and cultivating performances, Shatta Live Band
will bring the magic to your special occasion. Shatter Live Band, the heartbeat of your event, bringing joy and rhythm, making memories heaven sent. From wedding to parties, they will set the stage on fire. Shatter Live Band, your ultimate desire. Whether it's a wedding, corporate event, or private party, Shatter Live Band service is the answer. Our diverse repertoire and energetic performances will keep your guests dancing all night long. Don't settle for ordinary when you have the extraordinary with Shatter Live Band service. Contact Shatter Live Band service today on 0881 248401 and let the music speak for itself. With Shatter Live Band service, where every note tells a story. Are you looking for a getaway that combines the beauty of nature with luxurious accommodations? Look no further than BOAKAI Farms in Carisburg along the KOIJEE Highway, where dreams come true from rolling hills to sparkling streams. BOAKAI Farms, it's traveler's dream. We offer a unique experience for all with a 20% discount on all of our services. We are open every day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And let's not forget about the food at BOAKAI Farms. We pride ourselves on our farm-to-table dining experience. Enjoy delicious meals made from fresh, locally and internationally sourced ingredients. There's no time to waste. Explore our farm where you can get up close and personal with friendly animals. A place with breathtaking views. You will leave your worries behind. From cozy cabins to elegant shallow rooms. BOAKAI Farms, where memories are sweet. Whether you are seeking a peaceful retreat or an adventure-filled vacation, we have live band days and every Sunday. So why wait? Plan your vacation or outing with BOAKAI Farms in Carisburg along the KOIJEE Highway and experience the beauty of nature. Indulge in luxury and create memories for lifetime. For reservation, call us on 0881 248401. From sunrise to sunset, every moment is great at BOAKAI Farms because we are the ultimate wonderland. Ladies and gentlemen, your famous UCA rental services have bounced back with renewed vigor. UCA Rental Services offers round-town services as well as out-of-town services with our fully air-conditioned vehicles. UCA Rental Services have the best drivers in town that can take you anywhere you desire in a relaxed manner. We also have in our fleets several limousines under the Shatter Limousine Services. Our services are good and our prices are affordable. We are located on 10th Street in Cinco in the Technology Building on the land side. For reservation, call us on these numbers 0770-560560 or 0880-692184. When it is UCA Rental Services, it got to be good, reliable, and relaxing.
Yes, indeed, the return of your famous UCA renter. Of course, if you want to rent your car for that occasion, come on. UCA renter is affordable with very, very, very low price. So you can come on 10th Street in St. Paul and, of course, arrange with the team. You're going to have that perfect driver and that desired vehicle to take you to wherever you want to go. Hourly, daily, come on. They have the services provided you. So let us rumble through quickly on the flight schedules at the Rivals International Airport. We're going to be looking at arrivals and departures on today, Friday. Indeed, Fridays for everybody has been said. Today is the 19th day of July. Few more days to July 26th. Becky B. Moses, good morning. How you doing? I guess you're doing fine and you are following us live from your home. We say good morning to others who are following us. So let's go to the arrivals at the Rivals International Airport. We firstly started with Alaska Airlines flight KP20 arrived at the Rivals International Airport and at 5:50 this evening from Accra, Ghana. Brussels Airline flight SN241 departed Freetown, Sierra Leone, and will depart Freetown, Sierra Leone, and we arrive at the Rivers International Airport at 7:20 p.m. Air Peace flight P47536 will depart. Air Peace flight 247536 we arrived at the Rivers. It has already arrived because 12:20 they arrived at the Rivers International Airport from Accra, Ghana. Royal Air Morocco departed Casablanca and arrived at the Rivers International Airport at 4:35 this morning, and the flight is 8567. Air Cote d'Ivoire flight HF759 will depart Conakry, Guinea at 4:40 p.m. and arrive at will depart Freetown, not Freetown, where Freetown coming from this morning? Conakry, Guinea, and we arrive at the Rivers International Airport at 4:40 this evening. All right. So Air Kenya Airways KQ508 will depart Accra, Ghana, and will arrive at the Rivers International Airport at 5:40 this evening. And lastly, for arrivals is Aska Airlines flight KP20 will depart Accra, Ghana, and will arrive at 5:50 this evening. So that's for arrivals. Those are the flights arriving at the Rivers International Airport today. Let's go to departures. All right. Aska Airlines flight KP21 will depart the Rivers International Airport at 7:30 a.m. and that has already taken place. The flight is now headed to Accra, Ghana. Brussels Airlines flight SN241 will depart the Rivers International Airport at 8:40 this evening. Air Peace flight P47537 departed the Rivers International Airport at 1 a.m. and headed to Accra, Ghana. Royal Air Morocco flight 8566 departed the Rivers International Airport at 5:45 this morning and headed to Casablanca. Aska Airlines flight KP21 departed the Rivers International Airport at 7:30 this morning and headed to Accra, Ghana. Air Cote d'Ivoire flight HF759 will depart the Rivers International Airport at 5:20 this evening for Abidjan. And lastly, Kenya Airways flight KQ509 will depart the Rivers International Airport at 6:40 this evening for Accra, Ghana. So that's for our flight schedules. Let's take you through hotspots and some of the areas where you can use as detour to bypass some of our traffics we have here. For those of you around the Rivers International Airport site, you do not have much traffic around that area because we have a very spatial road now. The road is being constructed and people is in use at the moment, so you don't have much traffic to experience. You only have pocket of traffic around the Tinker Village area. So when you get at the sports complex, SKD Sports Complex N, not wanting to get to the ERW junction, you're headed towards town, you can use either side. Either you use the SD Cooper Road to get to the SD Cooper Junction area, or you use the Marco Pakla Francis Road that heads on the Congo Town back road and head on to the 540 Ministerial Complex area there. So that's easy access for you. For those of you coming from the Coca-Cola factory area, well, not much traffic is experienced. If you want to use, it's not advisable that you use the red light end at this point in time, because the traffic concentration is headed towards town in the morning, and in the afternoon all road leads back to the same destinations. So in the morning you have the peak of traffic jam between now 8 o'clock. It builds up from 8 and head as far as 9, sometimes 10. But what it is now, it is getting congested gradually, most especially along the Tubman Boulevard area. So if you are coming from that end, you can access the Zize Community Road. When you get to Pakoping, access the Zize Community Road and head on to the Dupont Road Junction. Then you can make your way either through the Weaver Street area, or you can use the main route to head to ERW Junction. Now, let's get you another point you can use. For those of you using that side, as soon as you get towards where we have the Benson Hospital, you can access the Police Academy Road. They're going to take you on the Second Boulevard Road and head on. You lead to the Boulevard Junction, and then you are headed towards 540 onward to town. Now, for those of you from the old road areas, there's no way out. You either use the main route that comes from the former president house area. Between those corridors, from ELW Junction, not much traffic is experienced. As soon as you pass the SD Cooper Junction, you're going to experience the toughness and build up in the traffic. It's going to take you as far as the 540. 540, you're going to experience the traffic there. And due to the police presence, because they're going to allow people from the back road to access the main Tubman Boulevard. So you're on the Tubman Boulevard, you should expect that. So you see a little slow in the movement of the traffic. Now, the traffic leads, as soon as you pass that end, you have little freeness in the traffic. It's going to take you as far as the Zone 3 areas in the Congo Town area. Zone 3, as soon as you pass Zone 3, sometimes you experience it right at the 540 area there. And it's going to take you as far as Vamuma. When you cross Vamuma, you're accessing the main Tubman Boulevard in a free mood. So if you were driving on 20 kilometers per hour, you're going to expand to 30 kilometers or 40 kilometers per hour between that corridor as soon as you pass the Vamuma area. But mind you, 20th Street is one of the toughest areas where you have the pocket of traffic jam. So you got to watch out for your school zooms. Please do not drive in a reckless form and manner during the time of the day and in school zones. All right, hospital zooms, we are not to blow honk our car. In hospital zones, it is advisable in a very unique society. You do not honk in a hospital zone. It's not advisable that you do that. So driving on. For those of our folks who are on the Somalia Drive, what we call the Japanese freeway, you have traffic heading towards the Freeport area. Pocket of traffic around the Bartonsville Junction. You have some around the how you call it, the Chikizu factory that has as far as Bartonsville Junction. Supermarket is a bit free due to the good pavement of the road. Head as far as Battery Factory. Sometimes you see a little pocket of traffic around the Battery Factory area. New Georgia is no exception. Moving on, as soon as you leave the Japanese freeway, right around the Freeport of Monrovia, get in your mind that you're going to have a very tough traffic jam, all because of the bad road condition. So if you do not want to have that toughness in the traffic for long, you can use by way of the Door community and come off from Claratown. When you get to Claratown, you will experience the traffic still in that end. The people from St. Paul Bridge, they also feel the toughness in the traffic because of the bad road condition. Head on to Central Monrovia. So that's the traffic congestion points. We told you in the morning, the traffic is jammed. All road leads to town, and between 8 to 9 or at most 10 o'clock, the traffic is jammed during those hours. And in the afternoon, the traffic gets jammed from 3, 4 upward as far as 9 o'clock. So those are critical movement. So if you just join us, this is the Positive Show. We are right here. Martina Tupa has joined me, and jointly we're going to serve you breakfast. Too many things happening in the country. Please check your camera. Too many things happening in the country. Just bend the laptop small. Too many things happening in the country. Okay. No. Too many things happening in the country, and they have spoken of. You have your say, but from various angles. We listened to the senator of Grand Chita County raining praises on the government for job well done based on the rehabilitation of the roads. You also have in the corridors and being discussed. We understand that is before our legislators, the defense ministry team, the officers were called, to talk about this matter. But the Secretary General of the CDC, Jefferson KOIJEE, have alleged, and he left an allegation on the President of the Republic of Liberia, stating that the President was the one who gave instruction, and that instruction threatens the life of former President George Weah. He cited a lot of things, but we will play the voices on the program. Martina, let me welcome my colleague. Martina, who did over? Serious. Morning, ma.
Good morning, Rufus.
Yesterday we did not see you.
Yeah, I have one or two things for you. That's why.
So how was your community? How you left your community? How was the night?
In such a condition of the rainy season, it's a no-go zone for some of our neighbors who suffer from flooding. So I believe that some of them this morning, they are already cleaning up their homes and getting ready for the day, because the water can enter into some people house, and then it causes them to be sleepless, so there is no time for them. So, and most people in my community also suffer from that, because there are people who live down the swamp, so they are into it this morning, but everything is okay. Thank God there is no damage also.
There are other training issues. What do you have from your end?
Every day in library is a training issue. So these are some of the things that we will sit here and then we discuss it and allow the librarian people to have their say in whatever that is happening. But if you ask me, I would want to talk about that the settlement of the refugees from Ghana that would be paid by
the returnees. They are not refugees again.
Okay,
they are returnees. The Ghanaian people.
Yeah, the people bringing about already to us.
Yeah, returnees.
Yeah, and then the triple RC will be able to pay them the last batch of people before the 26th of this month.
The 26th will be correct.
Yeah, it'll be correct for them, but before the year is it. Are they going to use the money to invest in the business, or will they lavish the money? I was trying last night to get the video where someone were protesting for their money, that they want their money. Their triple RC have taken their benefits. Triple RC don't want to give them their benefit. I fought hard last night to see how best I can get that video, but unfortunately I couldn't get it on last night. But Rufus, when I saw that video, because I've been at almost 1 month now, when I saw them protesting for their money, triple RC have taken their money and the people refusing to pay them, I was like, we are our own problem. Because what in case, because this agreement was not from the present government where the discussion were made, it came from the past government of Liberians should leave the camp and return to their own country. But then in this present government, our people were able to bring them back to the country and tell them feel at home and then let us work together. But then they are here now with all the news we have been hearing of their involvement with drugs, and some of them are homeless, some of them don't have parents, some of them don't have who have kids among them. And then we are looking at the older folks among them who are protesting for that money. Will they use that money to establish themselves, or would they be a burden to the Liberian government? Because that is what I try to understand. They were on a camp for more than, some of them were there for more than 10 years, more than 15 years, more than 20 years. But let us say, I don't think that if they were putting their hand into work, I believe that they will be, they'll be unjust to tell the Liberian government that we don't need this money for establishment. You people should establish us in another way, and they provide trade for us that we will be able to make our own money. But they are not calling for the government to do anything for them. They just need their money, because I believe they just want to have that money maybe in their pocket, and then at the big, but then at the end of the day, they will gather themselves and come out to tell us, say, Liberia is not better. We left the country, we came back, it's still the same. And I will really comments on somebody post, and the person say, but we that you left here will tell you, say, we are settled too. We are not settled, so you don't ask for job. So I expect them at this time to hold a triple RC to their feet and tell them to find any training skills for them that will enable them to contribute to the society. But unfortunately, I think they need their money for something else. And there's the last batch of retainees that will be receiving their money before the 26th.
The same sex. Yesterday, our legislators. Um, you can delve into that. Let me get something.
Yeah, on yesterday again, the legislature viewed the bills. I mean, the legislature viewed the bills of same-sex marriage being a criminal offense in the country. With us, this country, we will not accept that, and we have been saying it, and we will continue to say it, that we have come to a point where same-sex marriage is not allowed in this country, and we will not embrace it. Even though we see some people feel proud of it, like people feel proud of it. Before, there's like her own Facebook in Colorado, Father Zion. Yeah, she always online getting along with young girls, and then she called in her wife. I think another person she took from the Yucatan community, and then she went, according to her, she said she paid 450 USD as they get dowry payment to her family, so they get is her wife to be. And then sometimes
they married. So
yeah,
Nah.
sometimes she would beat on the girl. Sometimes she will use the girl, they will sit on the internet to make money. Sometimes she will take the girl all around. We have our younger generation. We cannot condone that. And even we, the adults, we would not condone that in this country.
Yes, there's a side to this thing. We frown at this, but the practices of same sex is high in our country.
Of course.
Let's be emphatic here. It is very high. The only thing our legislators will do that will help in the process, by legislation, documentation. But the implementation is something that they cannot put hold on to it right now, because it is already happening in our country. People you least expect, they are already part and parcel of this thing. And it is on the increase day by day. So what they have started, we appreciate, but we hope that the implementation of this law should be in full swing. And how do you get these people who are already involved out of this whole thing? This is one of the questions.
Okay.
One of the questions. How do you get them out of it? Because bulk of our young folks are involved, both nationally and internationally. You have Liberians who are practicing same-sex, and you have people who are fully institutions that are fully supporting them, and these institutions, your country depend on them for handouts. So when this institution providing aid to you, it comes with a responsibility. So it shouldn't be a charade for our legislators to say, oh, yeah, let's just show to our people that we are against it. It should be to the letter.
But Rufus, we just had a conversation like 2 weeks ago where we saw the Methodists were they even went for all night prayer. Yeah, praying against it that it shouldn't happen. And Rufus, we cannot continue to say these things. Like what you said, there should be a law that people will respect that law. That this was said, if somebody be taken into jail for that, it will say as a warning shot to everybody. Most people in the country they are involved into it, but they are undercover.
Martina, I can tell you for free, we have good laws on the books.
Of course,
It's just going to be another addition of law that we have on the book. There was a law passed for public smoking. Are we implementing those laws? These same legislators, some of them are still there who passed the law, they are still there. They on a daily basis see people in public gatherings, in public smoking. Have we arrested people to serve as a deterrent so that we abide by these laws? We haven't. The laws are there. We have good laws on our books, but the implementation is one lacking in this country. So we must appreciate our legislators, the proponent of this whole bill and stuff like that. But guess what? What is needed is the implementation. I see it far from reality. I see it far from reality. I'm one person who is not even in favor of this same-sex thing. But guess what? The people will tell you the human rights will not bring the country.
yeah.
They have the rights to exercise whatever freedom. But now, our laws states that when this is against the safety of the state, when it's against the safety of the state, there is a punishment attached. So this is the punishing aspect that we want our law enforcers to start. Some of the law enforcers didn't say anything. So how will you prosecute somebody that already know you that all of you are doing the same thing? So this is something that is very, very, very critical. It's not just by politics. Oh yes, it's on the book. So let me have people to understand that we're against the thing. But only they are fully supported.
But because you know that every day Labra get new star. Every day there is a new thing that people get engaged with. But first, we cannot continue. We the citizen, I think we have a say, we have our voices that should be heard out there. And this is why we journalists we go for the story and then we bring it to our audience so that they can have their say. Because every one of us have our own district representatives who are in the house to make the case for us. So if you see like what you were saying of Grand Gila County Senator Zopeno, he said I know in his sleep yeah, he could still go into cry and say you should accept that machine. Because it's the same thing like if we hold our lawmakers' feet and tell them that we don't want this thing will spoil our generation. Let's work with LNP, the NPP, able to restrict. You know, so the girls can go in the bathroom of the club. If you go to T Calabash, you go to Senate Club, you go
Just generalize it.
yeah,
Even
so the clubs. So if you
public
go
areas.
there, you will see them in the bathroom. 2-3 person in one bathroom.
doing what the
But don't want that. Yeah, Rufus, let me just say it. What are you doing there? Why you can wait for your friend to come out and then you move?
They're helping themselves sexually.
Well, that's being unfair. I think there is a restriction set to T Calabash because of the way everybody, all the ladies, they want to enter the bathroom 2, 2, 3, 3. I think the people place a lighter up one after
The other.
the other.
Because now, I can recall we won't have to get the names of these institutions because it sends a dent on their repetition. So
Okay.
we need to curb on that. But let's go to this issue of Senator Zopen raining praises on the government. He did say that for several years his people have been marginalized. His people have not had access to what they have now in terms of road connectivity. So he raised it out and appreciates the government for the farsightedness in giving the relief to his people through the connectivity of roads. So let's listen to Senator Zopeno. Then we will open the line so that our folks can weigh in on our first talking point. And then we come on the flip side, 9 o'clock, we look at what the Secretary General of CDC said relating to accusing the president of masterminding the happenings there at the Rabos International Airport.
Years back, this time around, July, today being July 17th, in Liberia, Rain City, to get come from Grand Chile, you need weeks in a month to reach the Monrovia, or to even go to get to Nima, Ganta, in neighboring county, to Grand Chile, to get to River G. It was not easy. So grateful to this government. We'll take this time to extend our thanks and appreciation to His Excellency President Joseph Yima BOAKAI Sr. for the kind of hard work, kind of concern and show the great people of Grand Chile County. Today, son or daughter or father or mother can drive a Grand Chile in a commercial car and dress in your white suit, and you'll reach to Monrovia in 6 to 7 hours in commercial car. If you have a private car, I tell you, it take about 6 hours to 6.5 hours to be in Grand Chile. Any part of Grand Chile you want to go, more especially is Red Road, the county capital. The last time when I asked my oldest brother to go and visit our relatives in Africa, I gave him 2 of my cars. And he took from my house to Avoran border, Town border, from Monrovia straight there. It took him 4 hours 45 minutes. That was in June, rain season. And now today being the 17th of July, as we speak, the road still remain the same, the maintenance. I don't understand what kind of matter. The Minister of Public Works and a Deputy Minister for Technical Services, Prince D. Tama, that put into place that the people in Grand Chile County, today, they can drive from Grand Chile to Monrovia. They can drive from Zredru straight to Monrovia. They can drive from Zredru straight to Yekepa, Sanipoli, River G. So we are grateful to this government. And being the people's senator, we should speak the fact, we should speak the truth. And I'm a traditional person. I grew in the interior.
So that's Senator Penu speaking on the rural rehabilitation and its stability. Now, you have diverse views on his statement. Some are saying he's looking for favor from the government. Others are saying his statement is not factual. It has some political honor too. While others are also saying and have experienced what he's saying as facts. But let us understand, this is Liberia, a land that you and I as citizens cannot be deported from. We need to graduate from the stage where we have that clear mentality. If it is not me, it shouldn't be you. And more to that, politics have created a serious division amongst us. To the extent, when you, Martina, is doing well, as a seated government, I'm in opposition, I frown at it. I won't bring the due praises for the good that you do and criticize the wrong that you do. But what I expect is whatever that you get involved with should fail. That's the kind of mentality our people have. Even the present leadership, when they were in opposition, those were the richest. Least to say, the former ruling establishment now back into opposition. What do you expect from them? They will do same. So it is just a cycle. You do me, I do you. This is where Liberia is at the moment. If it is not me, it shouldn't be you. If it is not you, it shouldn't be me. So development will not come to a country where the minds of the people still dwells in hate, but the minds of the people still dwells in the negative form and manner. That's why I always say to people, when our minds are developed, our eyes will appreciate the works of our hands. He being one of the opposition lawmaker, first of his kind.
And that's it. One of the strongest lawmaker of the Congress for Democratic Change. Because it's not about looking for favor from the government, but we're talking about country.
Give versus who versus you.
Yes, we have to put our country first instead of party. So I don't think he is wrong for his statement. We all know people used to take 2 weeks, 1 week on some of the roads to the southeast, and today people are taking 1 or 2 days to get there. Why we shouldn't say it? We have to say it. And you know, the reason why people will say this is political, because so people have kept Grangida County in a very strong, how you call this, a very strong unity in lines with the Congress of Democratic Change. Because if you look at the result and you look at Grangida County, there are 50% of Grangidas in there that are sedition. And so Penon have been able to work along with them and understand them. So today, for him to come out and tell you that the rescue mission is doing better, it's like,
it's a blow to
yes,
the party he hails from.
yes. So that's why they are saying it, because Ocho he have been on our party and from stage to stage until where he is today. So anything he says at this moment, they will take it really personal and harsh on him. But the honest truth is, we have to put our country first. So for me, I would tell you that open is not right. And it's not wrong. It's
Political
right.
point they have it that the developmental agenda of the rescue mission, quote unquote, is cosmetic. Reason being, according to those pundits we've listened to, they are saying, why should the government boast of rural rehabilitation in the rural areas, and then the urban area we have deplorable roads? So how are they coping with this thing? How is the operation going? Because you have from Broad Street, let's say Johnson Street, as far as Bombing County, onward to Cape Mount, with a deplorable road condition. But you boast of having a very good pathway that leads to other counties where you have difficulties at the moment. So now let us understand it. When people speak, you look at both sides and weigh from a positive standpoint. Now, this is the city center. Most of the happenings are here. If you can have such a major route in a state where it is now, I'm talking about from the Johnson Street as far as Bombing County, in a deplorable condition, where you have concessionaires having the operation, full operation. Just the other day, Senator Snow and others, they were on the same issue of the road that leads to Bombing County. Now, we have praises being rained on the government for rehabilitation of roads in the rural areas. Now, this is a major route. If you have guests coming to the country, these are places that they access before thinking about going to the rural areas. So we rain praises at who praises are due, But notwithstanding where the lapses are, we must point them out. That's why we are journalists, not journalists. We do not have anything, we should not, because nowadays our journalism profession is being polluted to the extent you see journalists calling themselves our party. So we have put aside the ethical standard of this noble profession and have worn political garments and calling ourselves journalists. So in this light, as journalists, we point out the ills, we point out the positives, and leave the public to be the judge. We are not judges. We just like twin mothers, right? Well,
course.
we lay and showcase the breast and allow the twin, whether you from the negative or positive, to suck on. People get informed and make decisions on the information we provide to them. So
Yes,
as journalists, we must be credible. That's why the profession calls for. Be accurate, balanced, and credible. So if we would say, oh, and, you know, and the government doing well, amidst the challenges, we know there are prospects and gains. There are strides being made. There are plus. But what is needed, like the corridor here, come on, we appreciate that our people have access to road connectivity to take their goods, the produce from the farm to the city center to transact the business. This is what we appreciate, and this is what we look forward to. And even going beyond that, with the age of Liberia, we soon, within days, turn 177. We shouldn't be boasting of rehabilitation of road. What we should be looking at now, we should be looking at other greater things. We should far past that. So at the moment, the government is making her strides, though she have all lapses, and we should also be able to point out the lapses and point out the gains. What have you to say, Martina?
Well, it is true that at this point we are not to be looking at road because we have been having past and present leaders who know how to get our international partners and bring in more investors to the country. Like we saw Madam Seti 12 years in power. Somebody will say it was after the post-war, but we are saying to you that her second term who have done better. Look at Bowman County. If people want to make reference, they should say the first female president county, Bowman County, is one of the renowned county in the Republic of Liberia. But right now we have Senator Snow and all of these people. Everybody have to come and put their voice, all their voices together and engage this issue. It's not when somebody pave one little road and we come we heal them. If we continue to heal everybody for road connectivity, we will continue to be where we are because there are a lot of roads in Liberia. So if we cannot tell the government, say, okay, that one road where you are faced already is not all to it, you have to do better so that we can speed up. You will not use your 6 years to say on the road you can offer the Liberian people. What we are looking at, health sector, we are looking at the education sector. There are some schools they don't even have lights for some of the students. They are not, their schools is not even up to standard. They found themselves, with the rain, when the rain is falling, they are jamming themselves together. And then our government need to see how best to invest into education. It's not only about whoa. They have to do something about it. So it's not our government that will come to us and say, I will make the road from Maryland to Grand Crew will be quota. Will say, hey, we'll vote for you. We have to change that mentality. Yeah, we have to change it. We cannot hold government all the time because of road, there are a lot of things that Liberia stand to benefit as one of the oldest country in Africa. So we must not always focus on road. People look down on education on there and then they say the education system is a mess, but we Liberians, when we go out there, Rufus, we always make a difference. Like, we are not Liberian. That's how we make the difference. So we cannot conduct ourselves in a country where everything, like, if the government face one role, we are clapping. That's why we are clapping, because we know that we depend on those agriculture products to come inside and then, help us survive. But if our own governments want to capitalize on the road connectivity, then we first will not improve other sector around the country.
So be it. Just to add on, one of the importance of the connectivity of road in the rural areas, right? I so much appreciate is that for so many years, our mothers and fathers who are dwellers of those rural areas, we have their produce kept, they will spoil, and there's no means of bringing those produce to town to get their ends meet. Now, the important thing here, which of course I see Senator
So
Penon is appreciating the government, because his people now have access to the city center freely, where they can take on, if they were using 1 week, they can take hours now to get their produce, harvest their produce, and bring it to town to sell and go back. There are some of the things that we purchase from other countries, they are grown right here. But because of the lack of good roads, these things are just centralized to where they are being produced. So now, the rural areas connectivities is very important. It's cardinal at the moment. Though we have some lapses within the city center, the urban areas, but most interestingly, if our people from the rural area, this will encourage those who came from the rural area seeking greener pasture to go back. You know that the city is very packed. To go back, they are used to the rural area life, the interior life, where they're able to put one seed in the ground, and that seed germinates and produce fruits, or so that can be able to get the money. There are others who are there who are hunters, but they find themselves in the city center. The lifestyle in the urban area is quite different from the rural areas.
Of course.
So now, with the overcrowdedness of the city and the present condition of our road that leads to the rural area, will attract and convince those who find themselves here, who came from the rural area, and because of the lack of roads, so they came in the city to make ends meet or to see greener pasture. They will want to go back. So it is important, and we must hail the government for such an initiative. But more to that, there are other sectors, the health sector. This is one of the challenging areas. You and I know it is something that is normal.
Of course.
You may fall sick. If even you are the strongest person, you may fall sick. This is why we continue to frown on our legislators. We continue to frown on our legislators, because when you look at the health budget, it's just like a drop in the ocean. But see their personal budget. One man within 6 years will have for himself 90,000 just for a car. It is not part of his allowances, his salaries, and other things. Not part of the gas, everything. Not part of it. But just for him to purchase 2 vehicles within 6 years, where we have our mothers, our sisters, and brothers are lying in the hospital. When these individuals get sick, they have the opportunity to be flown out of here. But in you and I, the common people, the people who stood under the rain and the sun to cast their votes for them, when they are ill, There's no facility for them. People, can you imagine? Women are still dying for infant mortality. You go to give birth because of lack of adequate health services. People die. Someone from malaria, diseases that are curable. People are dying from it.
Because that's why you see in the country, the moment you fall sick 1, 2, 3 days and you cannot understand yourself, instead of people telling you, say, okay, let's recommend County Hospital or JFK or Redemption, the first thing that they say, you better look for your flight ticket and then you go Ghana for treatment. Imagine, just some of these sickness can be, cute right here, but because we believe that there is no good medicine here or equipment that will help us or help the doctors to carry on maybe that surgery also, we will have to get ticket and then you carry the pricing another country. Why is it that it always happen like that? Because our health system is still facing serious problem. Our nurses, our doctors, they too, I believe that they are not satisfied in so many ways, because sometimes they come out to say, oh, we are not getting paid, the money is not sufficient. And then imagine JFK that have almost all of the equipments in this country, but people go to JFK
Referral
many
hospital.
days. Yes, many days that people go
No
to
bed.
JFK. There is no bed. People telling you that you better sit and wait. There's somebody in the condition, for Christ's sake, the person is suffering. This is why we first, I mean, be honest, when it comes to sickness, I tell God, thank you that I don't really get sick like that. But if we talk about just JFK, I won't go to JFK. I just won't go there.
When you are
because
sick, you don't have choice.
we first, I can always tell my mom what to do when I sick. Go by my will. That's how I look. What I want to do is what I do. Because we first, there are people who can be in pain. They will be in pain and go to JFK. Then JFK say you have to go across the road to Lucky Pharmacy to go and buy the juice.
Now, this
Why
is
would you
where
do
it
that?
is. That's why we continue to say to people, politicians are self-seeking. Politics have entered all of the fabrics of our society to the extent that they are not functional, they are malfunctioning. The health sector is not a place that should be politicized. We see the health sector being politicized. People are not functioning rightly because politics have entered the system. And politics is damaging the system. Now in Liberia, politics is like a cancer. It's eating up the fabrics of our society. You and I, people will see you and I friendly. At the end of the day, somebody will bring something a bad talk that will put you and I a sender.
Of course.
So this is how it is in our society. Until we can realize that politics is taking us far apart. You see professionals behaving like they are not professional, all because of politics. Then why take up the time, 4 years, 2 years, go to acquire knowledge just to make yourself and confine yourself in one setting in the name of politics? Our legislators, that's why I continue to frown at them. But every time these conversations come out, I point at them because this is the center, according to the nuclear of the country. They make laws. They have oversight responsibilities. Everyone, the 5 million plus human being cannot go at that capital. That's why we chose and elected 103
To go
from
and
the
represent
Senate
us.
and that of the representative angle to represent us. If these people will be self-seeking, what happens to those who stood in the rain and under the sun just to cast the ballot to have you to where you are today?
And some of them cannot even take off their time to even make donations to somebody nearby clinics or hospitals in their district or in the country.
That-
Some of them feel like, no, the government, your fault, and the government must do that one. Oh, I can't do it. And that's being unfair. That's why I want to say thank you to the Senator Sir Joseph, who have been here distributing hospital equipment to some of the hospital. And you're even in Picano, I think a few weeks ago, and then the people of Grand Plaza were celebrating him. It's not his district. That place is far from him. But the senator went beyond that. And then he supplied hospital the hospital needs to them. What would the people of Grand Bassa say? They would say, thank you, Mr. Senator. Liberians too would say, thank you. Because if we, our lawmakers, they are self-centered. I know one lawmaker, when I was living in rehab from Grand Chile, right now he's the superintendent, Ellis Grant. That district is for summer and so we had a leg floppy road where everything's spoiled but you always passing there with that car and the car too has sound because some of the cars can spoil the road, so that road leading to a place you have to pass by my place before he gets to his place. So while the boys then were cleaning the place, they try to confront, oh honorable, we're trying to fix the road to fill the place with the dirt, at least you can drive something so that we can do our manpower normal cleaning up. And then he said, this is not my district.
But you live in there.
Yeah, this is not my district. I think I'll have to call your lawmaker to do that. So, when he said that, everybody started to go away. And then they left him so that he can move. So, he couldn't pass the same way again. He tried to use another way to get into his fence. I just look at that. I say, look at our lawmakers. You think you have some of your people from Grand Judea who can leave the particular community? They go to Grand Judea, they vote for you. Every one of us live here. What will it take you to even get a bus? Then maybe $30 or $50 to fill in a place for that. But you are saying this place. That's why that doing the nomination process at the Senate, if you have been following Grand Judea politics, you understand that the people say they don't want Ellis Grant. But because the reason why Ellis Grant left from from CDC to Unity Party, because he did nothing. CDC don't go for jokers. They go for high profile, so all of you can be on the party minute. They don't just take anybody. So Ellis Grant needed a seat for Grand Judea, the senatorial seat for Grand Judea, and the party couldn't provide that for him. So that's why Unity Party, they didn't have more lawmakers contesting on their party ticket. So Ellis Grant had the opportunity to contest and he lost the election. And the people were saying that they don't need Ellis Grant. So Ellis Grant left from there because of his ways with us.
We're not specifically focusing on him.
I'm just trying to say something.
Our lawmakers are the issue.
They are the issue because they won't always putting us into this. If they are standing when the Liberians people speak and then they take in the Liberians people voice, with us it will be a better thing. The people rejected him, still the Senate appointed him. So these are some of the things we go through many days with our lawmakers. So we cannot do anything.
These people should have at the back of their mind. You won't always have. That's why the late James Dopo said in one of his songs, power is like a crew keener, equipped to capsize. When you are the hem of power, do all the needful so that your works, your handiworks, will speak out for you. There are lots of things happening within the country. You are not just a representative, like in that case you mentioned, you are not just a representative of that county. You are a representative of the Republic of Liberia because you fly the flag of that country. Regardless of your representation in a specific local, but you fly the flag of Liberia. When you go to function, you are called a lawmaker from Liberia.
But even if you leave your district to another district, the people still respect you because you are lawmaker.
You are flying the flag of Liberia.
We are not saying only your district, the people should respect
you. That's why I continue, and I will say in this open, I frown on our legislators, specifically the JFK here is between district number 9 and district number 10. Let's put it in a space. Where is Honorable Safoko and Honorable Yaka Koluba? Thousands of Liberians from your districts feel the brunt of the action from the JFK, the lack of drug, the lack of medical supplies and other things. You go up there agitating for vehicles. You go up there coming up with baseless baseless conversations because some other personal issue, you take it for national discussion, like pregnancy. What does that have to do with the bread and butter issue of the Liberian people? You have people in your district. The JFK is situated within your district because it's between district number 9 and district number 10. What
And
are
most
the
of the residents have more access to it.
what both of you doing to make sure that these institutions that are within your district see to it that they live up to the social corporate responsibilities? And one of those social corporate responsibilities, you should direct fundings or whatever it is. Since my people are
benefiting more from this place.
the place is here and my people are benefiting more, let us see how best we can do something so that our people can have easy access to health delivery services. People who have the country at heart and the people at heart, these are things that they do. But our legislators, they only think about themselves. You have the Redemption Hospital there, the Redemption that captures people from bombing and in the western areas. Where is the lawmaker? Where are those lawmakers? The DJ Blue, Honorable Destiny Sibo and others that found themselves in that corridor. What are they doing? You have institutions that are operating within our corridors. Their social corporate responsibility, are they living up to it? You can divert some of those fundings to the health delivery services in that country. But if you sit there, you only think about yourself. And at the end of the day, you want the same people who have serious issues when it comes to health to go and stay in the rain and the sun to vote for you. Says yes, like Kobasi said in the song, now left time. Says yes, sooner or later we start talking about gearing up for by-election for the senators. The Senator Darius DeLong and others who were there proud to the coming of others, because mind you, they have to go after they have to go for midterm elections. So those who are elected now will be there and wait for the 2029 elections. You see that? So now, what are they doing? Senator Darius DeLong, what are you doing? This is Monserrado. What is your work? We understand that your work is oversight, representation, and lawmaking. It is not your duty to obey rule, but you can, in ad laws, you can call those who are responsible to make sure that the needed facility for that district is produced. You can hold the executive feet to the fire so that development can go to your constituents. But here is it, these are all self-seeking individuals. Amongst them, we have good ones.
Of course.
We have very good ones. Though they have their own shortcomings. But when it comes to development, I give it up to Representative Musa Hassan Belati. This is one person, though he have his own shortcomings, but this is one person who single-handedly, before even taking office, carry on a massive development that caused a national benefit. Now, from his district can be linked to other districts and other counties across Nimba and then adjacent counties. So, what can we say about such a person? That's why I said to somebody, if we continue to put in people who have not had for themselves money that could meet their needs and wants, and we elect them to political office, we will continue to go through these things. We need to have people who have already made themselves and have their own fundings. These are people we need. This is how we need to change the narrative. The 2029 elections, this is how it should be. Not somebody who's hustling, because the word hustle, I can say for free, it has no connection to positivity. Go and do the definition. Hustle. So if you have a man who's looking for ways and means to crook people to get to where he wants to get, if you place such a person at a gate that brings in development to your country, what do you think he will do? He will definitely mingle his way to get what he wants. That kind of person will always want to the man go and credit from people to have him elected. When God favor him, he's elected on the popularity that he has in the district. The next thing, he has to pay back those loans. He has to settle himself before he even start thinking about your community. That's why some of these past lawmakers and some person will look you in the face as citizens and tell you, say, look, after all, I pay for it. And we Liberians, we should stop belittling ourselves. These lawmakers are not humanitarian. That early morning we will go to their doors. We go to their homes. It is burdensome. Let us make sure, come 2029, each county, each district, you galvanize, it is on the law, it's on the books. You galvanize signatures. And upon those signatures, what you do, you get your developmental agenda. If you are voting this person as a representative, this is your roadmap for development within this time to this time. If you are elected and you cannot live within the scope of this developmental agenda, we impeach you. When you have these things and you stop,
Rufus, we are get tough talking.
You stop
but
going, Martina.
We don't have the force.
You stop going to these people's houses for handouts. That some of them will look you in the face and throw words at you. When you have this documentation, it's been how do they call it? You notarize them and place them at their feet. So look, you want this office. This is electionary year. This is what you are to do. If it is not done, what we're going to do, we impeach you. The signatures are already there. You will affix your signature. Each member of that district will affix their signature, and it's just said, only to take, because we cannot continue in this old form and expect new ideas. The world is evolving. Why will we continue to be going to a lawmaker house to be seeking support?
And some money,
these
our
lawmakers
people will
need to
wake up
enact
in
laws
the morning to go and sit to their door.
that will benefit you.
That's being unfair, but because we are just tough talking in the country, you will see 2029, people will forget again. They will wear their political jackets or berets, and then they will tell you that the men will do better. Yes, because that's what will happen.
Martina, let's get our commercial commitment and come back. And we'll open the lines for a few minutes. Let 5 minutes get the views of folks on the matter that has to do with Senator Penon leveraging praises, raining praises at the government for the development of the roads in the corridors of the rural areas. So let's get our commercial commitment. When we come back, we open the lines 0887 105 105 0778 665 073. It's a Martina and Tupac Rufus Divine Content presentation this morning on The Positive Shore. Ladies and gentlemen, your famous Yuka rental services have bounced back with renewed vigor. Yuka Rental Services offers round-town services as well as out-of-town services with our fully air-conditioned vehicles. Yuka Rental Services have the best drivers in town that can take you anywhere you desire in a relaxed manner. We also have in our fleets several limousines under the Shatta Limousine Services. Our services are good and our prices are affordable. We are located on 10th Street in Sincor in the Technology Building on the land side. For reservation, call us on these numbers 0770-560560 or 0880-692184. When it is Yuka Rental Services, it got to be good, reliable, and relaxing.
What is better than free? Nothing. Free is better than 1%. Doing any transaction with MTN mobile money is free. We pay your fees for you. No more adding extra money when you are sending money to friends and family at any agent point. So, join over 1.2 million Liberians doing the transaction on the most trusted, reliable, and #1 mobile money service provider in Liberia, MTN Mobile Money. Dial *156# and start transacting today with MTN Mobile Money. Mobile money, da baby, eh? Get ready, sports fans. Sunday, July 21 is the grand finale of the Mama Community League. Yes, it's the Mama Community League final. An epic showdown between Bonnersville and Kingree at the Bonnersville SC Sports Page. Watch Pure Magic as Bonnersville battles Kingree in the game of the tournament, who will take hold the trophy and bragging rights. Be there to witness the drama, the skill, and the hot pound action. Game time is 3:30 p.m. And for the third place, see St. Paul Bridge go up against Logan Town at 1 p.m. And that's not all. We are turning up the heat with electrifying performances by Nucci Meek and Mr. Church. Get ready to groove to the hit tracks live on stage. The Mumbo Community League is brought to you by Lone Star Cell MTN in collaboration with the Liberian Football Association, where legends are made. Be there.
Okay, after our commercial commitment, we were back. The lines are now open and activated. 0887-105-105, 0778-665073. Those are the numbers you can call. Weigh in on those talking points. You listen to the voice of Senator Penu. Opinion is not facts. So let's get to hear you. 0887-105-105, 0778-665073. Let's visit the telephone line and take this caller. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Your
morning,
name and you join us from where?
Yeah, my name is Ali Padikoma. I'm picking family KOIJEE around the KOIJEE.
My brother, let's hear you.
In the I listen to your talking point, and I think I myself have been saying, you see, if sometimes we let people get our own problem. Why is it in the morning you just wake up, you take back, you just go sit down to one lawmaker her every day? How you say you feel? When you spend a woman, you not get money to buy baby toy, you go to lawmaker, you say lawmaker will buy baby toy. You not get baby toy, you say lawmaker will buy. You say you not get money. Then you spend a woman time for you to take care of responsibility. You not get money for it. Then you need to lawmaker to buy baby toy, you need to lawmaker to buy paper. You are safe for going and shit. Now lawmaker will get. So for me, I'm not a fan of that. I was saying, I've been doing myself. I never put photo. Any lawmaker, even like Gabriel Belly, every day I email I call him like Gabriel Belly. But one day I enter there because I ain't get nothing to do there, but I've been voting for lawmaker. But I want for you to advocate. And for me, I will take an example. I want for you to advocate for good things to go in the country or in the district. Not for me to be going to eat every day. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I want EU. No. Now let me talk about the Soprano issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let me say thank to Soprano. Because people who can see, they can see at least Soprano is coming out saying people from Grand Dealer County, there is a time of course enough for them for the president, but they must praise the president for what the president has done for the people. That way he said he's a different country, but he said Grand Dealer County, what brother has done in Grand Dealer County within 6 months, the more than 7 years plus. He said he's speaking for the entire side, he's speaking for the people of Grand Dealer County. And other people, even your first journalists, for OKFN, PRFN, they went there to go do their own independent investigation and they came back.
Yeah.
They said they all are generating a denial. They said Allah, Allah, Pele in the we. Just because they went there, they came back, they told the truth. They said, oh, while they love me, go away, my pocket car, he carry a car that was open and challenging anybody now. He said, if you see the rose, buy you more wavy. Liberia. Baka will go, Liberia will leave, Maza will go, Liberia will leave. 20 hours, 2 hours, coming.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's get this person. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Your name and join us somewhere.
I'm JP Kuku calling from the Tony Street.
Let's hear you.
You see, it's true. Our lawmakers then are the problem. They are the problem. Look, if you allocate $11 million for GFK, then you go there, you can't even see one paracetamol. You, the lawmaker, it is your responsibility to sack the director of JFK.
Oversight.
Sack the oversight. Why we gave you $11 million, people are going JFK. Safoko, you read here, you read in JFK here. Why you can't go ask for paracetamol, whether you will get it in JFK? Now it is your responsibility, Safoko, to sack the director and the director of JFK. We gave you $11 million. What have you done with the $11 million? No paracetamol in JFK. That's your oversight responsibility. But you are only there, you want to point the capital building. You want racket there for $42 million. I get what you say, I agree with you. You see, Hassan Bility access is $34 million. You didn't have one money for government. Look at the development the Mercury on Nimba. When we take poor people, small children, and get them big people job, they don't know. This is what cause the problem to us in Liberia here, suffering. You understand? $11 million in the budget for JFK. Go to JFK, you will not find one paracetamol. When you go to JFK, especially the least you will spend, if you spend one night there, the least you will pay is $5,000, $10,000. What are they doing with the money? It's a responsibility for people to sign these people and ask them, why no paracetamol in JFK? Let it tell you, say, oh yeah, you allocated $11 million. But Minister of Finance has not given it to us. Now, they say oversight responsibility, but they're not up for that. They want to point, when John we are coming, he heading a group to go to RIA. He want to point down capital building because they are not giving him $42,000 car. What is this? You see, so we the Liberia, I would believe us. Because we take small children, we take irresponsible people.
No, let us not tread in our path. We won't accept that. Let's respect our honorables.
I'll take it back. But when we take poor people who don't get nothing, we put them into position. They are only there for their own team. I think that now our focus should be for.
But JFK is not only situated in station number 9. You also shared with station number 10. Yeah.
Yeah, but not the two.
Yakakoluba is another person.
Yakakoluba. Two tough talking people. Two of you get together. Your match, your your invite JFK people. What $11 million is in the budget for you? What is this money we are putting in the budget for you? What happened? No paracetamol. People go over there. You got to buy everything. You have to go out there and buy it. This is what, but they are not there. The rank again. They're doing this. They're doing that. So I mean, it's really Man, I don't know if Liberia will really develop. I
In
don't
the
think
Liberia will rise above this.
we have
The
to
set
be
time
putting
will
people
definitely come.
people ability there, people like ability there. We're supposed to be putting them in a position in Liberia. People that already got money. People that already got money.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so kindly. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
You listen to the callers. You can feel from the voices. I mean, the disenchantment. Put through your calls on 0887 105 105 0778 665 are the numbers to call and form part of the conversation here on the Positive Show. What you make of the statement made by Senator Pennell, raining praises on the government for the developmental agenda, carrying out the role rehabilitation in the rural areas. You can have your say. Let's talk about these things. Hello.
Hello? Yeah, good morning.
How are you? What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Joseph Johnny from the resident of Pastor community.
Let's hear you, Joseph.
Okay, I listened to the Honorable Mr. Zopenu. He said because during the past years, I from Meriden County, and Meriden County has been exposed to dismiss opinion now. But the roads and conditions during those days, during those times, have been terrible. Even the trucks that were coming from Guinea, Sierra Leone, to come from Moravia to Meriden to carry goods were not good. But we want to say thanks to the government. They have made a strenuous effort, and he set it up. So I've been on that road, I've been riding, driving, and giving a testimony of this road. So he said it all, and you're clear about that, and that is true. You can go there, do your background investigation too. You get on the microphone and go in the villages and see for yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. 0887 105 105 0778 665 are the numbers to call and form part of the Positive Show. We are talking about Liberia. When we politicize things, at the end of the day, we lost our consciences. You seen it here in pink. I seen you right now. You wearing a pink beat up on your coat. And your so when I see that, then I calling it white. Knowing very well you are wearing a pink, then I say that white because I'm against you wearing pink. So what sense does it make? Let's get to this line. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Where you call from? What's your name?
I'm Eddie Joe calling from Music.
Joe, let's hear you.
Yeah, I listen to all of the conversation, but there's an issue. You see, when we are discussing the issue, they have other people that can come out and be able to criticize lawmaker and say some things which, of course, they not check properly if the person is doing oversight. Every lawmaker has the oversight. Every lawmaker is a good person that's supposed to do representation and every other thing. But let me be frank. At this quarter, I just called and continue to speak about Safuko. Safuko went to JFK before. And the first thing you should know that JFK is not situation only in district now. JFK is in Maserado. And we have Dallas Taylor, who is representing district Maserado. We also have Sir Joseph. We have other people. Sir Joseph, Honorable Foucault is doing his well. He's doing his oversight. He's moving to other people. There's other time JFK sample go there and do all everything. But the problem here is the Liberian people, the leaders, more especially those that have to grow mind. To JFK there, when Safuko went there, and even one of the head of that JFK called Safuko because the action that Safuko took there. He strongly told them clearly that this particular area is not working, it's not operating correct. There was an incident there and the court on Safuko. Even if there's a person that called Safuko and tell Safuko say it's security attack their people or even to and which of course at the final lie. Why should people always go against someone that's fighting for the nation? Why should people go against people that always speak for the parties? We don't like that thing. If he's speaking, speak the issue. And let them go about the issue and let them encourage these people, the lawmaker, all of them to do their best, but not to criticize, not to say something that you don't know. The man is doing well.
Okay.
He's doing well. So thank you so much.
Okay, my brother. for one, I'm one person who believes that criticism, I take it in good faith and examine myself where I have my lapses, I correct them. If you will allow praises to fill your eyes, fill your head, you are headed for destruction. Because even the Bible that we read, the Bible says, proud cometh before what? Destruction. So when you allow pride to enter you, the next thing that coming, that destruction. So let's understand that amidst the challenging moments, there are plus that some of them we can ascribe to their credits. But still, as a legislator, your primary focus, it was very degrading, and I continue to emphasize, it was very degrading to have seen batch of our lawmakers agitating for car. Are you killing me? What you have, just in the moment where they were agitating for cars, you had a pregnant woman who went to give birth, who lost her life because of poor health facility.
Yes, and there was no ambulance. It's very hard.
You
to
had
understand
a
from the
person
ambulance running
who
along the way.
needed just a pound of blood, but because the hospital or that facility never had it, that person had to lose their life. But yeah, you there, you thinking it was that same individual who stood under the sun and the rain to get you elected.
Campaign for you from those to those.
But yeah, it's
Streets to
you
streets.
there about yourself, me, myself, and I. Come on, my people. Let's move to our next talking point. You know, this thing is getting serious and it's being attached. You know, say you haul rope, haul bush, and people are taking it from all sides, right? Where it's been politicized, it's been characterized in the form others are saying it's a form of war and racial war on the former president and all the stuff. But let's listen to the Secretary General of the Coalition for Democratic Change, in person of Honorable Jefferson KOIJEE, what he had to say relating to the scuffle that ensued there at the airport on the arrival of former President George Weah.
5 years. But you had a big junction. But you see, you can't shame the shameless. It's a shameless people. So, they take nothing from that. When you were around, the army were instructed by Mr. BOAKAI. I just got to learn that the army, the chief of staff is a Kisi person. He speaks Kisi. He gave the men instruction in Kisi. And we can remember a year before, when the army was in trouble last week, know the consequences of that. There were times here, there were a particular tribe that dominated the army in this country. They took the international community to rebrand the army. They invested into the army to ensure that the army was non-tribal and non-political. Today, the army is fast sinking into becoming a tribal army and to becoming a political army. To the extent that army now, you take army people from the barrier and you get an assignment to occupy houses. And Mr. BOAKAI instructed the army and said the army should eat the people personal wounds. What the army living in barrack for? And the arrival is alarming. So we want to say again, all of our people who have been dismissed and continue being intimidated, we have finalized them. We have compiled it sufficiently and presented it. And so BOAKAI is asking for what I believe he lack what it takes to handle. But we are not too long distant future. For us, we do what we know best. It's to help to enlighten our people in this country. And we think people, government officials should stop. Focus on solving the issue. There's no election again. We're done with that. We are here dealing with our issues. Stop being in campaign mode. Disengage from auto provocation. Liberia is not your personal enterprise. Stop attempting to make it to be your personal property. It's fine. You don't have to like us to accept us. So we want to say thank you on the basis of that. Then got signal from the Committee Chair that the letter has been plenty dispatched already to Justice Minister that foreign people. And we want to say happy July 26th to the Liberian people and our partisans. And you can be assured that His Excellency Dr. George Manawia spent the 26th with you. And the fact that Mr. BOAKAI moves threatening his life, we are calling on our people to reinforce their vigilance on the protection, to protect the life of our president. He's our designated encounter. Every sedition and Liberian in across this country, you need to be aware that Mr. BOAKAI is posing threat on the life of His Excellency Dr. George Manawia. You need to so you seditious and Liberians protecting Mr. Weah is a personal responsibility. You need to see it as a responsibility. Wherever you are, honor my voice. I want to call on you. See the protection of Mr. Weah as a responsibility. Like we do here, as Christians and Muslims, I want to say to you, that our stakeholders who religious people in this country, you need to begin to start speaking. And we think that we want to call on the speaker. That people who level an allegation on the city needs to be called to prove those allegations. If they can prove that they are anarchists, it needs to be dealt with decisively. On this note, we want to say thank you so much.
Wow, that's the voice of the Secretary General of the Coalition for Democratic Change in person of Honorable Jefferson KOIJEE. He laid out several points in alleging that the president is the masterminder of the happenings there at the airport on Saturday. And he also went on to say, quoting verbatim, that the army is being tribalized. There are a lot of things. You listen to him. What you have in your mind to speak to the issue. He is a person. He has the right to his opinion. You are seeing what is unfolding in the country. You know what is happening within the corridors. Mr. KOIJEE is alleging that the president is the mastermind of what went on at the airport. He also said that the army is being tribalized because the president is a kissy man and the chief of staff is a kissy man. And all of stuff, he said a lot. But we're gonna leave you to have your say on the matter. On these kinds of things, you don't speak the minds of the people. You allow the people to speak for themselves because this bothers on the security of the country. In journalism, you are told that any suppression of interest of the public for personal gains is indefensible. So on this note, we will leave you, the audience, to have your say. Whether you will hail Honorable KOIJEE for his statement, or you will chastise him in a positive direction now, because we won't allow invectives on the radio, because we want to uphold and keep the sanity of the airwaves. While others are polluting, we won't go that route. So if you call in, please be civil in addressing the statement made by the Secretary General of the Coalition for Democratic Change, in person of Jefferson KOIJEE. 0887 105 105 0778 665073 are the numbers to call. Is the army being politicized and tribalized? What do you have as an evidence that the president is the masterminder of what transpired at the Rivers International Airport that is now being investigated by our lawmakers? 0887 105 105 0778 665073 are the numbers to call. Martina, you have anything to wait in while we await the calls? Okay, let's go to the line. Hello? Okay, we lost out on that person. Let's get the next line. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Good morning. What's your name and the journal so far? Please, the volume of your radio.
Yeah, me also quick. Hello.
Yes, let's hear you. What's your name and the journal from where?
Yeah, speaking with Jonah L. Para from New Mactari, district number 9.
Jonah, let's hear you. You listen to Honorable KOIJEE.
Yeah, listen to Honorable KOIJEE. We're respecting the former big man, but what he's saying and what the people did was right. Two areas that in the presidency. Once you are not president again, you use a VIP. So when the protest do not use it in presidency, I mean the presidency launch, it's not forced, but the citizen is used to matter to bring the place. That's the reason why the government send manpower to protect the place. So why you saying that Paul want to that the president sent Paul to empower the president and the former president, it was not truth. And then we pray for our papa, they mean doing well for the country here, and things will happen in Jesus' name.
Open show. Let's get to the line and take this person. Hello? Hello? Okay. 0887 105 105 0778 0778 665073. You are in flat when we won't get each other.
Yeah, well, I guess.
Hello?
Yeah.
What is your name and the journal somewhere?
My name is Aaron calling from
You're on the volume of the radio.
Yeah, as well.
Let's hear you.
You know, Jefferson KOIJEE, they are a problem in this country. That's why you calling him honorable. Those people, they want to create a serious threat into this country. They were there for 6 years. There was a lot of bad things they did that he KOIJEE never came out to say anything about it. A lot of auditors may die here. A lot of children missing. People when they protest, they beat on it. People, they beat on it. Children, mothers, father. There were nothing shared by he KOIJEE. So this place was built by George. We are not the personal money. And the Liberian people money he built that presidential lodge for. And you got two places. You got place there for VIP and you got place there for the president. Now you are not president any longer. You former president and you got VIP place there that you need to use. You can't use the presidential lodge. If you were president, Baka not president, Baka can use the presidential lodge. So if you come into the country, the person you should use the VIP. What's the problem with that? That you will come on to say if the men use the presidential law, we will bring the airport. Coming from lawmaker, but people who say they are lawmakers, they are elders of the country. Coming from that must say that they will bring the airport. I used to be thinking that why you should be thinking on, or you should be thinking on making law, looking at oversight and representation for the people.
Thank you, my
I be thinking on the kind of thing.
Thank you so much.
That's the one you put in the back.
0778. Hello?
Hello?
Your name and the journal somewhere, sir?
Yeah, Joseph David calling from Conway, Pennsylvania.
Joseph, let's hear you.
Yeah. Let's be rational in the country. Today, like BOAKAI, the country not the state or unity party. If Joey wanted to be a dictator, he could remain in power. And the country outside and what is going on, then. He's a BOAKAI going to call, so we're still going to remain president. He told his wife to take power over. That now he can be for VIP when he built with the Liberian people money. You see, Joe, we are going to look at instead of point of VIP. When you use the library podcast, pay a money to bill. Now you can be clean it because they say you must not buy there. So cause chaos. When we look at power, he send it over. He congratulated the current president for all those blood sharing. And now you need the Bible say won't be lying, say, Joe, we are seeing a state president. Last Saturday, you cannot use your DC brother in the chief of staff, giving you order, speaking DC, because if you talk in English, people will hear it.
Where are the facts? Do you have facts to substantiate your claim that the president spoke kissy to the chief of staff?
Well, why you should put a DC man as chief of staff? Why should be happy?
Why if the kissy man is qualified?
Because I want we agree that what he did.
I think the
But I
caller
think
is
it's
in
brother.
tribalistic mood
I want to do this.
this morning.
I mean, I don't you say it's not brother. Then I want war in your country. I see me and Chuta Boga trying to bring our country.
No, President BOAKAI, please.
What?
You have to add the
respect.
the respect to the president name, please.
Oh, I said Joseph.
No.
Okay, sorry for that. Joseph, President Joseph Newman Boga.
Okay, my
Okay,
brother.
thank you for your point.
Thank you. Let's get this person. Hello.
Well, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and the journal somewhere.
Well, my name is Abdullah Kolafale. I speak to you from district number 4.
Kolafale, let's hear you.
Let me first and foremost agree with the former lawmaker for his alarm that he's trying to blow on international partners to be taking note of what is unfolding in this country. Because, mind you, the huge deployment of EFF personnel, security, our deploy at the RRA, which is the harassment of the former president that we all saw there. It was kindly embarrassing to the entire world. Mind you, we all know that receive a political leaders from different countries to Liberia that have been a number of phenomena in Liberia where normally we normally do that, including the United Party, which is just a Newman Parker that they did that under the CPP. So all going for our political leader, and we saw that was a serious disservice to the mighty CDC. But you see, one thing I would like to speak to the public is this. The issue is about police. The police had three roles. They had the police, they had the riot police, and then they had the ERU. Before lastly, the AF. Now the people are saying that there was a conversation that they heard that the CDC guys are saying that if the president, the former president cannot use the executive right, then they will bust the place. Now you heard that the airport has their own security, including AFL. They're buried somewhere going to march away. So if you have intel like that, what you do normally, you have your guy set up for any eventuality so that they can able to take control. In case the police cannot make it, the riot police cannot make it, the ERU cannot make it before you bring in the police, let me say the AFL. But we saw long gone. We saw long armors. And the guys deploy at the airport there just to say we have the war are fighting in Ukraine. Now tell me what piqued my imagination is this. Tell me what will happen if
this is Rufus.
What happened if one day they come out to say, they say that we will have a peaceful protest. This government I'm looking at, they honor the United Party-led government and honor Joseph Newman Parker will go to places like Ukraine or Russia to bring somebody jet bomber them.
Bro, let us not diversify the discussion.
If you can see that to the airport, why do you think they're not capable of doing it?
Let us not diversify.
Yeah, of course. But if you can see that to the airport, why you can expect all of them. The people they want to enjoy the great people there.
Okay, let's hold you there and then take another call this morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and the journal somewhere.
James from Profit. James calling from Profit.
James, I see you.
Yeah, they men talking about coming out. So you won't tell me the people should sit down. You make the threat that you will point the airport, and if you sit down, it happened first with the number of crowd that went there. They were all went at the police, so the police couldn't make it. And at that airport, they get army there, man. So they all had to come out to protect. They will not sit down they see fire first, and they say, oh, they both say, oh. So now, let's send all people to go call it up for what? Then all men talk about trouble. Who are the defense minister? You are not a cool man. Why you be saying this kind of thing? Jefferson Koji get on Kishi, if the papa spoke Kishi to maybe chief of staff. So Jefferson Koji, I Kishi man, he get on Kishi, why he interpret it so the people can understand it too. That's everything, man. That CDC try to be thinking on something on that has on a setback to come back. Let it be thinking on it. Election was free, fair, and transparent. We have no power to tame down the number of votes that he had and the number of votes that President Joe Biden had. He had no power to do it. He knew that he was defeated. Anything he do.
Okay, my brother. Thank you.
Let's take another call.
Thank you. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and you join us somewhere.
My name is Francis K. Bodi. I call you for a browser this morning.
Francis, let's hear you.
Thank you very much for your topic under discussion this morning. And let me say this to Jefferson KOIJEE, former city mayor. I think he just need to sit down in the background and listen to Liberian people. But he has no blood to resolve any critical issue in this future. Because with his administration or their administration, they did a lot of things in this country of which Liberian people will never forget about. We are thinking of trauma. Through his administration as city mayor, the city was very dirty off. Never had nothing to discuss, to be discussing different issues. And now with his city, the issue of the army being deployed at the airport. As all know, from time immemorial, been deployed at the airport. And those guys went over airport or station to station discussing that they were going to burn down the airport in Provincial will not pass by executive law. Can a city president or security in the nation sit and watch something like this happen? No. They have to go and protect the area because these are places where strangers or investors come in before coming to the country. If they can't see that kind of destruction of group, how it they fear about the country.
No, okay,
so
my brother.
No mistake for them deploying the army personnel, and they were already there. They banned them before.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much. We appreciate your call.
I think it was not a mistake.
We appreciate you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm calling from question.
Let's hear you quickly.
Yes. I don't know when the common city mayor know about coalition. When all the five governments you were from the south, when the people about it, the former police director came from Grand City. The former immigration boss also came from Grand City. Was that not coalition? So let him be careful. Anything he bring us out, we bring it us out too.
No, let us not go that route. We won't allow the platform to be used to carry on words that will stir our tension. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and you join us somewhere.
James Kodak calling from Israel.
James, let's hear you.
Yeah, brother. You said it all, but this country for every Liberian. We don't have second country to run to when something happens in the country. So, United Party people who were demonstrating have series of protests. When John we had never rested, now they tell people to shut up. The man studying that no stop to make in this government. I just want to let our fellow citizens to know that we are Liberians. What the power said, what you do unto Allah, it to be true unto you. I want this country to be peaceful. We are praying for peace. Let peace reign in our nation. And our President Joseph BOAKAI to take the responsibility to cover us in the rightful way. If you feel that the country under United Party can benefit from the government, then you can get it wrong. So let's pray for our President to govern all in the way that all will go in the right way.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate your participation this morning. The lines are still open. 0887 105 105 0778 665 073. The line is buzzing this morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm John Plumbo calling from 12th Street.
Let's hear you.
You see the issue with the RIA. You know, I don't know, people are just contaminated with viruses of misinformation. You know, and all the government needs to do is to educate people. They got the VIP lodge and the presidential. The presidential lodge there is not for Joseph BOAKAI, it's for any sitting president. The VIP is for ex-officials, former president, vice president. The VIP is for them. The presidential lodge is for everybody. When Kumi becomes president tomorrow, the presidential lodge will be for him. And one thing, let me tell Sedition, Mr. Weah is very careful. Kuti knows that, you know, he that down here no for, they already got pressure on them. So they want to put our former president in the predicament. It won't happen. He knows that he got a lot of property in America. All of his property, his wife, his children, his everybody in America. So Ambassador Weah is very careful.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate the participation of everyone. Martina, you shouldn't be leaving us. And
Yeah, let me just
just weigh in. Yeah, you can weigh in.
Okay. Well, first, I've listened to all of the callers, and then I've understood everything that they have said, and that's the point of view we cannot take it back. But the statement from the former sitting mayor Jefferson KOIJEE. Well, first, let me tell you something. Just how you leave your office and then you get to another office, everywhere has rules and regulations. That's why you must understand. People talking about travel, they say they want to talk. Well, first, let me tell you something. If people want to talk about that, then we will not go forward. Because if we talk about people who know that Mr. Weah, he confident in his party, doing his regime. Most of them came from the Southeast. We saw it. But we are not talking about, yes, we are talking about how the country will move forward. Former president, we are served as a peace ambassador. And people have been talking about he turned over power within the time that they go bring war in the country. Let me tell you something, it was a democratic process. Who elected Neckbox? It was his regime. I think before the election period, they bring in another president. He appointed that lady. She served in her term. There was nothing about break the election. Also, the election was free and fair. If they have any problem, Supreme Court is available to everybody. Somebody will say, but who appointed the Supreme Court again? The Chief Justice. Every time you cannot be talking about how the country will move forward, then you see people talking about tribalistic, you see people talking about the ex-president coming out to the ex-president life is on a risk. This country, because we cannot go back to where we came from. We, the Liberians, will sit down to our homes and then we have discussion with people. If not for the ex-president, turn at the war in the country, do you able to go back to those days? Some people sit down with us in a corner. I know a man, he said, I don't like to eat potato green. Some people ate potato green for whole months. Some people ate peppers. If some of you can call on the show, you share your experience or your experiences with us, it will make some of us who didn't experience war, we would think that, people went through a lot in this country, but people seeing it as a means that a threat to the ex-president left is not something that should be taken lightly, that the former city mayor should say, oh, the ex-president left is on a threat. The RIA put have their own rules and regulations. That there is a way that people can come in, people can go out. That particular airport will receive a lot of guests a day. That particular place, looking at a gateway to the country. Yeah. You cannot get people protest and protest or parading the airport. You want to stop all of people means from coming into the country. So today or tomorrow, if anybody happens to be the next president, because of the bad image you have created in the past government, let's just say if this government happens to be the past government, do you think that investors will want to come here? No, because the people will know that we are violent people. And one thing I want to say to our brothers who think that they will just want to divide this country. Let me say this to you. We first were in school, we had a soup, and then we had a Democratic Party. And I was chairperson on the Democratic Party. Our principal, you know what she did? She suppressed our party in a way that time for us to go and campaign. The lady can say that you will not leave. You will not go, but she will give time to the soup. What I'm trying to say is that people know the sedition to be violence. This is why they always tend the seditions to be. Because they are not to say they are afraid. They come out to speak their minds, and what they feel is what they say. So if you people continue to portray the things, people will continue to point fingers at you as violence people. There is no war fighting. The current president got all right to protect the life of the ex-president George Manuel Weah until further. So we cannot keep bringing these feelings in the public and talking about the ex-president left is on a trade. No, don't mislead the public like that. There's a rules and regulation at the RI. So that's what I wanted to say with this.
Thank you. Martina is taking an asset to attend to some engagement. However, we stay here up to 10 o'clock. You can continue to put in your calls on 0887 105 105 0778 665 When you are done with your input, to conclude, I will come in to say as a person and a citizen of this land. Let's get to the line and take this person. Hello?
Yeah, good morning. Sorry, I was being rude when my meeting on other meeting.
Go ahead.
Yeah. What I was saying, our former president is a peaceful man. Our former president has all of his property in America, his wife, his children, everybody there. So he's very careful with the political atmosphere in Liberia because you don't want to be plunged in any with coaching there. They say he that down here no for coaching there.
Oh, he's finally off. Hope you can have the luxury of time so that you can weigh in again. Hello? Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Wonderful. What's your name and you join us from where?
I'm Percy Lamin Hilton, speaking from Kingsville.
Let's hear you, sir.
What I want to say about Koiijee has lose hope in life. I don't think Koiijee, the life he was living, is no longer living that life. So for the reason, he wants to say anything that just feel like he say. I believe we the Liberia should just give deaf ear to Koiijee. Okay? And the second thing there, our former president, Joe Weah, he has to be careful. The reason is that Koiijee is under sanction. The Liberian people have to know that Koiijee is under sanction. For the reason he will maneuver and do any other thing for someone to call he is trapped. So for the reason, we Liberians have to be careful and forget about whatsoever he say and live with him. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. 0887 105 105 0778 665 are the numbers to call. You listen, some of you, if you have the opportunity to have listened to former mayor of Monrovia, Jefferson Koijee's statement, you can weigh in what you make of it. Hello?
Hello.
How are you, sir? What's your name and join us from where?
Yeah, I'm Afonso calling for Fiamma.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank God that the Liberian people are seeing the ineptitude in the sedition, or let's say notably the leaders in CDC. Look at the statement Jefferson Koiijee is making, like to say he was not a leader in this country, saying the former president's life is at risk or his life is threatened. How will you say that kind of thing? Can you justify what you are saying? Can you justify? And another thing I want to say, the lawmaker of district number 9, he also is going around parading, defending CDC. I have to say, we elected him to defend CDC. We elected Foco to...
Honorable, please. Honorable.
Okay, sorry. We elected Honorable Foco to spearhead the activity of district number 9 and to plead the people's cause of district number 9. But Honorable Foco is in our house
making all kinds of derogatory statements and trying to defend CDC. And we want to be very clear to Foco. If you cannot leave, we'll come for you. If you cannot plead our cause, we'll come for you.
Coming for him in what form and manner, my brother? You need to be.
We will protest against him to make sure that he is in place for that house. We are very serious.
Do you have the numbers?
Come again?
Do you have the numbers?
We will write it the number. We will write it the number. The people of District number 9 are very tired with him. You cannot continue to disgrace the district like that. We did not elect you to go down there and disgrace District number 9. District number 9 is one of the districts that it is held in high esteem. So we cannot have a lawmaker that will go there and then disgrace our district. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so kindly. We appreciate your participation this morning. On this note, you know, it's so interesting. Liberians are speaking their minds. We create an enabling environment for each and everyone to speak their minds responsibly.
Yeah.
Hello?
My name is Joseph. I call from the resident of Jefferson.
Joseph, let's hear you.
Okay, I listened to the Secretary General of the CDC, KOIJEE. You know, sometimes when you guys speaking, then I wonder where are we? This guy yesterday, we were doing all the bad things in this country. Now we want to stand and blame the Liberian people for their misfortune and want to use the Liberian people against this government. But we're telling them we are watching. They're spending their time for them to bring chaos in this country to use the citizens against this government. They should know that we all here have what we have to do. So let them stop what they are doing. Let me look at this country and see how we can move the country forward instead of politics and doing everything out of politics. We are not going nowhere. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so kindly. Let's move to the next line and take this person. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and you join us from where?
My name is James Colley, call from District number 9, Missouri County.
Let's hear you.
Okay, well, I just want to urge my fellow Liberians that violence is not the right way for this country to move forward. Let us all support this government, His Excellency Joseph BOAKAI, for a better Liberia. And let us all start using certain words towards the president and the states. You cannot say if the former president, His Excellency George Manawia, he's not permitted to use a VIP lock, you will burn the airport down. If the black man tells you that he will chunk you, you already have a rock in your hand. So putting the air outside to protect the airport was not in the wrong. It was in the representative. So thank you for affording me this time. Lord Liberia, King Liberia, Bill Liberia.
Thank you so much, my brother. Let's get few more calls that will call your day on this edition. The climax of this week presentation of the program, The Positive Show. You know, it's great to be here and affording Liberians the opportunity each time to weigh in on these things that matters to the growth and development of our beloved country, Mama Liberia. Too many times we have allowed politics to ruin our personalities. We have allowed politics to ruin our professionalism. To the extent, Liberia is at the crossroad where professionals have now turned out to be politicians and leaving their professional standings. And each profession do have ethics. All of the sectors in our country now has been politicized until people you have high regard for, people you least expect to go below the belt are now going below the belt, all because of political interests. I should speak to you and will continue to speak to the consciences of Liberians. Let us rethink and rekindle our thoughts in a positive direction. If we can borrow from the Ghanaians that sense of belonging and that feelings of patriotism and nationalism, that everything we got to do, we put our country first, Liberia will be developed in a twinkling of an eye. Countries that we now refer to in a positive direction that as an example that we should follow. These are countries that we give birth to. These are countries that we open our arms to. They saw Liberia as a safe haven until our politicians have plunged our country into this unbearable situation. How in the world, with thousands and millions of dollars being generated, few individuals look at themselves above the interests of the masses? A single individual, aside from his salaries, aside from allowances and other stuff, will be given $45,000 after every 3 years to purchase a vehicle. So in 6 years, he has or will have for himself $90,000. Well, we have the health sector. The budget is a drop in the ocean. But when this same individual gets sick, they don't look at the JFK. They don't look at the redemption. They don't go to these private institutions. They are flown out of here because they still have the means. But forgetting, that's what politics does. It takes away your sanity and give you falsehood. What will it be? Take for a survey. How many of our former officials, from the executive to the judiciary onward to the legislature, how many of them still visit the hospitals that they used to visit when they were in power? What sense does it make to you when you have the opportunity to transform the environment for your use? Even when you are outside of government, you have the opportunity to have very good health delivery services. We have the opportunity to visit countries. We saw the infrastructure, we saw the health budgets of these countries. The places that you go, you run to for valuable health delivery service. How you think in your mind these things came into being? It just fall from the sky? It was actually legislated. And it became mandatory that the health sector be improved to cut across and provide services to the elite and the underprivileged. But where are we? When we are at the helm of power, we forget to know that indeed we have a lot to do. After power, what becomes of you? Do you still have the means and the finances to travel all of year? We have seen our past legislators. Some of them do not even have 15 homes for themselves. But they roll $45,000 car. They were giving $90,000 to buy cars. They fail to understand that power is like a cruel cannon equipped to capsize. 6 years, they're not life sentence. 9 years, they're not life sentence. It's time. I always say to people, there are 3 things between potential and manifestation. They are time. They are time. You have a commitment. And lastly, determination. So if you are not determined, how will you manifest the potential in you? If you're not observing the timing, how will you carry on those things that will benefit you even when you are out of power? The JFK is dead. May peace be to his ashes. The late Moses Blah, former president of this republic, where he ended. If he had power back then, he would have been flown out of here. But where he ended? At the JFK. The JFK that was abandoned. The JFK that there was no drug. At the time they had the opportunity to improve the system. Many of them You can name them. They died at the same JFK they abandoned. Some of you, you are the hem of power now. You are looking at these institutions as black snake. Forgetting to know at the end of the day, you won't have the opportunity like what you have now. Power is like a cruel kino, equate to capsize. Improve what you have now so that when you are out of power, you can have the access to safe delivery services, health services. Power is nothing without control. Improving the JFK is not a death sentence for you. It is an opportunity that you are creating in your old age that you have the time to go there. Even when you do not have the physical cash like you have now, you will go there like the common people. That's why you are always reminded, in your youthful age, prepare yourself for your old age. That's how power is. So if you are the hem of power, even the present leadership, if the health facility cannot be improved, or the health sector cannot be improved, know that there will come a day that you will not have the power, you will not have the finances to travel to go to the Ghana, the Nigeria, and the India. You'll be stuck up right here, and you'll be driven to the JFK, and the same way the common people who stood in the rain and the sun on your behalf to make you a leader are suffering and getting the brunt of your action. You yourself, you'll get the brunt of your own action. The way you made your bed is how you're going to lie on it. Politics should not blind your eyes and take away your sanity. Understand that the Ghanaian government, I can recall in 2019, yes, 2018, 2019, when the fallen Ghanaian president took sick and he was flown to France, he publicly stated, he said, why waste the country resources on just a single individual like me? Take me back to Ghana. Take me back to Ghana. So that the monies that are being used for my health delivery services in the foreign countries can be put into our budget or put into our economy, because when the money is spent in Ghana, the Ghanaians will circulate amongst us and improve our economy. The going that we go to foreign countries to obtain health delivery services, we are building their economy. So y'all take me to Ghana, and that's how he was flown back to Ghana from France. And later on, he passed. So the money that was spent in France, or that should have been spent in France, it was spent in Ghana. So that tells you he knew very well that all of the monies that have been spent in the foreign land, Ghanaians would have benefited. Ghanaians, it will improve the health sector because the same money will be into the system. What sense does it make as a lawmaker? Every time you fly all of year, when your hair high, some of you, when you get rashes on your skin, when you get a how you call it, break, agricultural break, or what kind of break, you fly all of year to go do skin tests. Have you come to realize that you can do that skin test when you have all of the equipment at the JFK and other facilities around here that the common people can even benefit from? Have you come to realize that? Some of you are riding the $45,000 car. Yes, you made a budget for yourself. You approve it. And at the end of the day, you cannot even, when the power is not with you, you cannot even maintain those cars. We've seen a lot of you. You had the opportunity to enact laws that you yourself, after power, you will benefit from. Where are you now? Some of you are dragging like the ordinary people now. Some of you don't even have 50 homes. You are renting. You see that? What politics is doing to us is dividing us than bringing us together. We've lost the sense of nationalism and patriotism. All because of certain selfish individuals for their personal gains. You go out to solicit fundings. Say, oh, please help us. We want to develop our country. But the people you go to for the aid, the people, legislators, their senators, their salaries are not even equivalent to you that go to beg them. What sense does it make to us? What sense does it make? Your salary is not even compared to the people who is way above the people that you go to beg. What sense does it make to you? The cars that you run is even higher and far expensive than the people you go to beg. You know what you're telling the people? It is the people's taxpayers' money that they bring to aid your government for development. You siphon those money, divert those monies to your own use. And the people who stay in the rain and the sun, they've been marginalized. The education system. I mean, I must thank God for the education minister. She's doing extremely well. Let us invest in education. Let us invest in the health sector. It will pay off for us. If even we are not around any longer, our children's children will benefit from what we have laid out. The brunt of the past leaders from the Joseph Jingi River is what passing on, the pattern of the bloodline. All those things that they did, the foundation that they lay is what generation upon generation is dwelling on. So you now who have the opportunity to change the narratives, you are still seeking your self-interest. What a shame on us. Politics is dividing us. And I must say to our media colleagues, we are the eye-openers. People depend on us to make decisions. The information we provide to the public, it sets the agenda for their decision making. And I can say openly without fear or favor, the media is divided. And the media is playing a pivotal role in the divisive politics that is being spread out and dividing Liberians today. If we can use our media platforms in a positive direction, Liberia will progress. Liberia will be transformed, because when the minds are transformed, when the minds are developed, the eyes will appreciate the works of the hands. If we can transform the narratives, the Ghana and thing that we're pressing right now, who told you Ghana don't have challenging moments? Those countries have the challenging moments. But what the picture in the mind of the audience is the positive things that is actually happening. How Liberia will progress? Every time we have journalists pledging themselves. Oh yeah, I'm a party, I'm a party, I will party. Are you a watchdog of the society? This profession is a noble profession. Let us think it over. Politics, politics, politics. Day, night, morning. We are leaving the important things and making the less important important. A hint to a wise is quite sufficient. The one who has ears, let him hear. Today you have the power. You have the opportunity to change the narrative. If you won't change it, posterity will judge you negatively. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. I lead and others follow. First among equals. Of course, I'm destined for greatness. I always leave you with these words. Mahatma Gandhi said, and I quote, "The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing will suffice to solve most of the world's problems." Unquote. Two things in this life you will always be remembered for: the problems you create and the problems you solve. And you must take responsibility of two things in your life: your fortune and that of your misfortune. Because in union, strong success is sure. With God above, our rights to prove, we overall prevail. With hearts and hands, our country cause defending, we meet the fall with valor unpretending. Happy and yours, a pleasant weekend. Happy pre-independence to all.